There's another game coming up tomorrow. That's going to be a very different kind of clash because you're talking about two teams who are at the wrong end of the table. Pakistan taking on South Africa. It says London, the first time we're going to see action at the home of cricket, at Lords. We've seen plenty from the Oval, now moving to Lords, Pakistan against South Africa. Now, yes, in terms of the table, we're not looking at too much, but enough to play for both sides still at this stage in the tournament.
Well, absolutely. I think both teams are going to be playing for pride, right? That's going to be a big factor. And you know, after the loss that Pakistan have had against India and the kind of lock that they've come under, you know, the kind of the repercussions of that loss that the players have had been quite a little bit severe in my perception. You know, they'd want to make amends to that. They'd want to come back strongly, and so will South Africa. They've played some really good games. They had a really close game in the last one. Very unlike South Africa, the fielding was in the last game. You don't see South Africa missing that many, but it tends to happen in the World Cups, funnily enough, for them. You know, in the previous World Cup they had these issues, and it seems like their fielding come up with issues just in time for the World Cup, and that's quite unfortunate, you know, as a viewer. But I think both teams will be playing for pride, and I think both teams will go out all guns blazing. You know, I think they'll come out very hard because they've got nothing to lose. They'll just come out punching really hard.
Yeah, in terms of the points, you know, you're talking about 9, 11, the magic number. We still haven't worked out the math to see what is that magic number, which is the cutoff between 4 and 5. So 9 and 11 are the two numbers being bandied about. Now, if you look at South Africa with 3 games to go, they can get to a maximum of 9. Pakistan have an extra game to go, so they can theoretically get to 11. So that way, for Pakistan, if they win, that's still a chance for 11, which may just be good enough.
No, 11 will be good enough. 11 will be good enough, given the fact that there are some no results. 11 will be good enough. So if Pakistan win their next 4 games, they're in. So they are playing, they've got something definitive to play for. And South Africa, it's a theoretical chance. It's a much lower theoretical chance that 9 is a qualifier, but 11 is almost a sure qualifier. So there's a lot riding on this game. And if Pakistan think they can wrap in a win out here, look at it, this is South Africa. Then you have New Zealand. They'll say that if we can beat New Zealand, they go into the last week of Afghanistan and Bangladesh, and they'd fancy themselves with the 2 wins under the belt there.
Yes.
So this is a really big one for Pakistan. And I don't think the mood at all in their camp would be that, you know, this is all over. They'd be saying, dude, we win this, we surprise New Zealand, we're in this tournament.
And we talked about the parallel between 1992 and 2019.
Yep.
It's not one of those things like
it's
the
still on
Captain's
course.
Trophy. Yes.
But it's still on course. Even in 1992 they lost to India, and after which is when they kind of had a turn around. So you know, Pakistan will be hoping that kind of continues for them, and that goes in the same vein that it did in 1992. But having said that, they would also not want to focus on that a lot more. After the loss that they've had, they would want to take any positive that would come their way, because at this point in time they're receiving way too much hate for anyone's good. It's not healthy for the country, it's not healthy for the team, it's not healthy for the individual, nobody. It doesn't serve anybody. So I think they'll just want to focus on the positives and just go out there and play some good cricket.
And of course, have a look at their personnel and see, do we think that they need to make any changes? Let's have a look at the 2 squads. We'll maybe start with Pakistan and see what they have. Shoaib Malik is one of those names that we're talking about in the middle.
Yeah, I think Shoaib Malik, they are looking at it and saying that they might just get back Haris Sohail or somebody else who's been a more regular performer of late. Shoaib has not. And the feeling they have is that, you know, you can't carry 2 veterans. I mean, they're saying that both Mohammad Hafiz and Shoaib Malik maybe in the team maybe too much. One of those guys
Mohammad Hafiz has been scoring runs. I think only Shoaib has not scored
correct.
runs.
So that's what I'm saying.
But
Shoaib will probably.
If you also look at Sarfaraz's performances, Joyda, he's remained not out, but you know, it's not served the purpose of the team. So maybe Sarfaraz also needs to turn up for his side, and Shoaib, I think, as in if they drop Shoaib, they probably are. Then they shouldn't play him back again. Because then they want to give the other person, whoever they replace him with, either Asif Ali or Haris Sohail, a proper run, or you don't panic and just play the same team. You know.
Problem with Hassan Ali as well. I mean, he's not.
I'd say Hassan Ali would be.
Shah Afridi?
Yes, maybe Shaheen Shah Afridi. It is, despite them having 3 left-arm fast bowlers. I'm saying, as in one would think that if it's broken, you need to fix it, right? You need to go there and address that issue and say, hey, this is an issue. It just maybe a matter of form. So let's set him aside for now and let's play Shaheen Afridi.
Yeah.
Let's now move to the opposition, to South Africa. Not been their greatest campaign by any means, but yes, the old cliche, lots of pride, plenty to play for still, and all these personnel, they'll wish that the tournament had been more alive for them and not just theoretically. What about any changes?
This might be a long shot, but I would give Bjorn Hendricks a go instead of Andy Pekluwayo, sorry. Pekluwayo. I would probably give Bjorn Hendricks a go, simply because as a bowler, as in he is a very effective batsman, but as a bowler under pressure situations, he's not really coming through, and they probably want to look at another personnel to probably play that part of the third fast bowler and have an out-and-out fast bowler instead of having an all-rounder to do that medium paces job, because Chris Morris is bowling well, and you can actually take that fact and use him as a cushion and play Bjorn Hendricks. That's my feeling.